welcome to Spot Training, teaching you to do more anywhere. My name's Josh. I'm going to be your trainer today, and we're going to be doing a training video going over the plank and extended plank that accompanies the workout prone. So in these videos, I basically break down my mechanics, look at some of my successes, and highlight them, hopefully to reciprocate your successes. And then I also identify some of my failures and embrace them. That way I have an opportunity to grow, and hopefully you do too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on the extended plank. Alright, so with the plank, the main thing that you're looking to do is recruit core support. And make sure that that back is nice and flat and your back is supported. If you feel any issues inside of your lumbar, your lower back, then try a variation, whether it's creating an incline or dropping down to your knees. There's a lot of variations out there. And yeah, you can see inside of this extended plank that I drop my hips down, and I'm actually doing a pretty decent job. I do have a little bit of an incline right here, but for the most part, that's a pretty flat back going. And kind of think of it as a bridge. If you're doing a standard plank or just hands and knees, you're going to have a tabletop like this. But with the extended plank, you're kicking those legs out, and that's making the support for that bridge a little bit tougher, thus recruiting a lot more muscle tissue. Another issue that tends to come up inside of the plank, and you'll see it a lot more inside of the front-facing variation, is a uneven alignment inside of the shoulders, or a rounding inside of the shoulders. Right here, let me let that, yeah, there, now I'm extended, I think. Yeah, there we go. So right here, you can see my shoulder alignment behind my head. Let me wait till I'm looking forward. There we go. It's a little bit more rounded than I would like. Okay, so that is my chest getting involved and really compressing into it, trying to protect my shoulders. You can certainly do that, but ideally your shoulders will be in alignment with each other and with your spine. That way you're not putting any sort of unnecessary pressure inside of your joints. So make sure that you're keeping your shoulders drawn in and that they are being properly recruited to promote alignment. Alright, so here's a pretty awesome variation. The more commonly known one is certainly to go down to your knees. And while this is fruitful and known to most of us, if you put yourself onto an incline right here, even a nice high incline like that, look at that. Beautiful back alignment. My back is straight as an arrow. And even my shoulders, they don't really drop as much right here. This is pretty close to ideal shoulder alignment. It's going to take a lot of the load off of your arms, put more of it into your feet because of that little bit of incline. Really makes a difference in how you're going to be recruiting your muscle and how it's going to affect your body in the workout. And when you do these workouts strictly for strength, that's one thing. In this case, when you're working for alignment, you're going to get alignment results, versus when you're working for strength, you get strength results. So this isn't bad. This is definitely a good regression for me. And anytime I'm feeling tired, I do not mind doing a regression. That's kind of the case with bodyweight workouts. You have to find the regressions in mechanics by looking at the environment around you, what you can work with. Alright, that's going to be it for this training portion of this video, at least with the video dissections. So again, when you're doing your plank, the biggest mistakes you're going to find are going to be inside of your back, especially lower back alignment. Make sure you're keeping a nice straight line, you're not dipping in your back. If you are dipping in your back, think about your lower abdomen. Think about that space right in front of your bladder and right in front of your hip flexors. That'll definitely help support the lower back. And the more common mistake that I saw in myself was shoulder alignment, putting too much into my chest, possibly creating impingements. These kinds of things aren't necessarily the most terrible thing. You want to protect your back more than anything, but it will promote alignment in the future to prevent any shoulder rounding So if you work in alignment, you'll get alignment-based results. In my case, I tend to work a lot more with my power, so I put too much power into it. So I hope this video was helpful and gave you some ideas of regressions, progressions, and variations that you can do for your own playing. Because that's our goal here at Spot Training, is to teach you how to do more anywhere. So if you do have any more questions, feel free to shoot me a line at joshua.james.cossetus@gmail.com. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next training video.